Beautiful good morning, everyone. My name is Sandra Bichel. I'm representing Career Angels today to bring the hidden job market to you. The hidden job market this week is 57 hidden job market gems for experienced managers and executives. And I'd like to ask my technical support to switch on to change the view. Fantastic. Hidden job market gems are job ads that are difficult to find on the internet in general, are curated, meaning handpicked, targeted at senior international candidates, which means the job ads themselves have to be published in English. Now, the whole idea of why we even started putting those lists of and finding those job ads is the following. What you might realize if you are in active job search mode is that there are a lot of job ads that seem interesting but are not in English. So you are not quite sure if you as a non-local language speaker can and should apply with an English CV. Some, and I would actually say most of those job ads are difficult to find because, for example, they're posted in one location but are relevant for 10 different locations. In other words, if you could work in Austria, you don't necessarily and naturally look for job ads published in France, for that matter, right? And we do that kind of research work for our community. So every week, our Career Angels team goes through several dozens of websites to find the best and most relevant job ad gems for our senior international candidates. Those websites include LinkedIn, sites of executive search consultants. Companies sometimes reach out to us directly to say, well, do you know somebody? Could you post our need in our group? We also collaborate with a platform called Experiment that is also an exclusive only membership-based platform by invitation only. So we have different sources of research, and when we put all of that together, we have the hidden job market publication, and that we do on our blog and in our group on LinkedIn. Okay, so on LinkedIn, you can access that group, find hidden job market for experienced managers in Europe. We're right now at 5,000 members. And the members in there are experienced managers and executives, minimum 10 years of experience. We do not allow recruiters to enter or career coaches, etc., etc. So we want to keep it as spam-free as possible. Today, I have selected 6 examples that I would like to walk you through to show you why it does make sense to log on Mondays afternoon or Tuesday mornings to click through our publication, our kind of a newsletter. What's also important to remember that the job ads that we publish each week are the most recent job ads of the last 6 days, meaning that anything else older than 6 or 7 days is in a previous week. So it does make sense if you're actively looking for a job to actually also go back 2 or 3 weeks to see if there is something. And what you also will see, we do divide the research job ads into different categories. So you don't have to click through all the 50, 60 job ads, but you can scroll right down to what's relevant to you. So here's example number 1, Sales and Marketing Director for the DACH region. Why did I choose that one? It has not that many applicants, even since I've done that print screen, and a DACH region role, Sales and Marketing Director, is located in beautiful Ghent, Belgium. So you don't have, that's an example of not having to live in a capital for a really cool role in a great company, but B, it is a DACH region role that is not published neither in Germany, Austria, Switzerland. So if you're interested, that could be a very interesting challenge. Example number 2 is Director of Product Marketing, Cortical.io, based in Vienna, Austria. Now, for those who are active in the Austrian job market, you know, and that's true mostly also for German opportunities, in 99% of the cases, when it comes to published job ads, German fluency is expected. So I chose that specific job ad to show that here German is a bonus, but not a must. So for any marketeers in Austria who are not fluent in German and are interested in a regional global role, again, this is a great opportunity. While I'm talking here, feel free to ask questions, post your comments. I see on my side screen any questions, comments that you might have, so I'll be reacting to that proactively. Okay, now the second reason why I've chosen that one. So one is, this is one of the few exceptions. One, there's really not that many applicants, plus German is not a must, although the role is based in Vienna, Austria. And reason number 2, it goes through an apply on LinkedIn button, which means you don't have to trick or hack any applicant tracking systems. You can actually click on apply on LinkedIn, where you then upload your CV, which means you as a marketeer have much more space to show who you are and what you can do on a human CV than on an ATS compliant CV, which I'll be sharing with you a little bit later. Then we have example number 3 is an example of a remote opportunity, Kraken Digital Asset Exchange. I've chosen that opportunity for the fact that it is a remote role, a remote global role based in Poland. Again, it's not the most natural thing to look for global roles in a specific country. And this is within the banking, or let's say fintech, cryptocurrency space, which, given the finance industry, for global corporations, it is a relatively hermetic industry. There are only so many banks. So if this is something that, if you yourself are an HRVP, are looking for an exciting global role, want to be living in Poland for tax purposes, then this could be an exciting opportunity. It is indeed a global role. They want to hire somebody who has already been an HRVP and wants to accompany that scale up for their IPO. So professionally, definitely a huge opportunity and challenge. Example number 4, very similarly Brainly, that is present in 35 countries, I believe. They're also looking for a remote director for talent acquisition. Not that many applicants, which also shows us, when we look at the summer KPIs, we have overall the number of job ads is down, but the number of job ads for executives, international senior candidates has gone up. Before the summer, we had usually 30-40 job ads that were relevant for our community. Now, during the summertime, it's around 60 plus. Another good point, another KPI that speaks in your favor, is the fact that the number of candidates per job ad has decreased in the summertime. So if you're an active candidate, this is fantastic news. Then here, example number 5. This is based in Bucharest, Romania. Regional people director role for the Barcelona startup Glovo. Some of you might be familiar with that company already as a customer. And here again, it is based in Bucharest, Romania, but the candidate only needs to speak English fluently. So the local language is not relevant. So again, good opportunity, not that many applicants. Example number 6, and this is my last example for today, a global head of accounting, tax and internal control role based in Warsaw. That goes through a Chinese recruiter. Here, interestingly enough, This is a role that has seen, I think, most candidates this week, with right now between print screen and our live session, we are now at over 50 candidates. So again, there are some very interesting global roles in not that obvious locations. As you can see here, you have the apply on LinkedIn option, but that is not always the case. Often you have the blue apply button, which means it then takes you to a website, a career site of that potential employer. And when you look at the link, you see what kind of applicant tracking system is in the background. Now, what we know is that 99% of Fortune 500 companies use applicant tracking systems, so candidate CRM, candidate databases. 60 to 70% of job ads for experienced managers and executives also go through applicant tracking systems as a first filter, as opposed to talent acquisition specialists or executive search consultants. And 75% of CVs are never seen by actual recruiters. Why is that? The majority of, let's say, the better applicant tracking systems have a module that allow to compare the CV of the candidates, with the wording of the job ad. So what happens in the background, and here you can see an example, a theoretical example, based on an actual case. In the background, what happens is that the applicant tracking system compares the words and looks for matches. So here on the very left, a candidate that would normally, if that CV had been seen by an actual human recruiter, the recruiter would have said, oh, this is a fantastic candidate. But the software is only as smart as it was programmed. And here the exact wording matches only 26%, which means that before you apply through an applicant tracking system, it definitely makes sense to compare your CV to the job ads and ensure that the right amount of keywords is there. Now, what you can see here in the following stages, the second version, we added about 8 lines in yellow, then another 3 lines in red, and another 6 lines in green. And while the candidate and the candidate experience itself has not changed, we went from a 26% match to an 85% match. In other words, when there are applicant tracking systems and there are a lot of candidates, instead of looking at all of the candidates by hand, what the recruiters do is actually review the recommended higher probability candidates. So if there are 2, 3, 4, 500, 1,000, 2,000 candidates, which does happen, the recruiter looks at the ones where the keyword match is the highest. Therefore, as you can see with the statistics, 75% of the CVs are not seen by recruiters. One reason is the matching of the keywords that is missing. To give an example, if your CV says M&A, but the job description says merger and acquisition, they will not, the program in the background will not identify that as a match unless it was programmed to do so, but the majority is not. The second reason is the formatting. Applicant tracking systems, again, are only as advanced as they are, depending on the version and the company that develops them, which means that there are still a lot of applicant tracking systems out there, especially ones that are free of charge or at the lower end of cost and budget, that is not able to read information that is in tables, scan information that is in header, footer, identify information on graphics, photos, logos, active hyperlinks, etc., etc. What does that mean? That means that you definitely should also reformat your CV to ensure that your CV is legible by the biggest amount of applicant tracking systems possible. What that also means that even if you have the right keywords, but they are in tables, it might be that your CV will not be recommended because of and unfortunate formatting of your document. How to go about formatting. We've prepared an ATS formatting guide to make sure that your CVs are ATS compliant. Go onto our blog, blog.careerangels.eu/ATS-guide. Once you start reading the information, you can download the PDF that really walks you step by step through the whole formatting. And what you will find out as well is that once you have reformatted your CV, you can get in touch with Career Angels and ask us for a report on your ATS compliant CV. In other words, before you start applying, send it to Career Angels and we will tell you free of charge if your CV is ready for applicant tracking systems. And I'll ask my technical support to post the link or the email address you can send. Let's do email address, that's going to be easier. So if you want to send us your CVs for an applicant tracking system report, you can email us your CV. I can do that on my own. Just a second. Let's do multitasking.eu ATS report. And we'll prepare one per person. So make sure that you first read the instructions, reformat it, and the biggest added value is then to actually get in touch with something you think is already ready. There's not much value in us telling you something you already know based on the guide. So definitely first put in the work and then get in touch with us. Okay. So again, on Mondays afternoon, we post the best job ad gems that we were able to find in the previous 6 to 7 days. We post them on the hidden job market for experienced managers in Europe. You have to request to join. We do filter our requests to make sure that the quality of that group remains as high as it is now. What you will see on Monday afternoons here as an example, in the initial post, we give examples of what we've been able to find in terms of variety, country, and role. And once you click on here, the full list, you will then see, as I've mentioned before, the job ads categorized into general management, sales and marketing, HR, IT, etc., etc. If on top of that, you'd like to talk to somebody and say, listen, I've been doing this, it's not really working out, or I'm thinking about looking for a job, or this is what I've been doing, can we have a look at what I could be doing better? You can visit our website, careerangels.eu, request a free career consultation or a free CV report. If you like what we're doing, follow our Career Angels company page on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content that is career and job search related. And there specifically are 2 or 3 really, really good playlists on job search in general that I highly recommend. I'll stay for another couple of seconds. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to share them now. And while I'm waiting for any reactions, thank you very much for joining today. I wish you a really good summer, and I'll see you with another Hidden Job Market live sessions in about 2 weeks. Enjoy and have a good day.